So if you followed me for a while, you know I don't do a lot of vlogs. But here's the thing, especially now where so many of us can't work out at all, or we're solo a lot of the time, I find myself watching other runners and athletes doing their thing, and for me, that's pretty inspiring. So today I kind of want to talk about two things, one of which, for those of you cyclists out there, you might learn a little bit. We're also going to apply it to training stress in general. For those of you who know what bike FTP is, broadly speaking, it's the amount of power you can put out for an hour. That's not quite right, but we'll roll with it for today. So the interesting thing about FTP is you can use that number to essentially estimate how long you can ride at a given power. So for instance, you can only bike at about 95% of your FTP for a little more than an hour, but to do that, it's going to be really, really hard. Now, if you drop that down to about 90%, you can do 90% for a pretty good amount of time. And you can also do like 10 and 20 minute repeats at 90% without working super hard. Now you drop down to 80 and 85%. You can do 80 and 85% for a pretty good amount of time without working crazy hard. You drop down just a little bit lower to say 75 to 77%. A good endurance athlete can do an entire Ironman bike at 77-ish % of their FTP. So what does that have to do with stress and what we're all going through right now? Well, it means that little reductions in stress can greatly increase your capacity for work. Flipped around, it means that little increases in the amount of stress drastically reduce what we're capable of. Is that starting to sound familiar through all this? Because that's kind of how I've been feeling a lot lately. I think the part that's most interesting to me is, I think as endurance athletes, whether or not we know it, I think most of us sort of naturally push up pretty much to our limit, right? Just our limit to do work, whether that's 3 hours a week or 17 or 18 hours a week. We're pretty much working at what we can handle. I've been lucky that coronavirus hasn't really affected me. Like, my job is safe, my wife's job is safe, but that's added stress. And I'm like the most privileged person ever because like I'm okay and I'm healthy and my friends and family are healthy. All of those other people out there who have things so much worse than I do, like no wonder people are stressed right now. So I think there's kind of two trains of thought that people are doing right now that I've seen. One, I've seen a lot of people say like, all right, let's just train inside, work really hard, come back out of this and just be all ripping strong for summer. The other train of thought that I've seen is people saying like, you know what, take care of yourselves, and if training needs to take a back seat, well then training takes a back seat. And I think those are both perfectly fine. I'm just trying to do stuff like this because I got stressed and I stopped running, and I haven't run in a long time. I haven't been able to bike inside for a variety of reasons. I'm back inside. I'm on Zwift now, still using TrainerRoads for my workout, but I'm gonna be using Zwift just for the easy rides. So there's the Zwift info. If you have Zwift and you want to ride with me, easy rides are the only things I'm really doing on Zwift. You can, usually like in the evenings Pacific time during the week is probably going to be a little bit of Zwift time, so feel free to hang out. But I just want to say, wherever you're at in your training, whether you've moved indoors and you're getting ripping strong on TrainerRoad, or you're just focusing on you and taking some time off, that's fine too. I think it's important that we all kind of stay a little bit connected through all this, right? Because so many of us, a lot of this fitness stuff is cathartic, or it's a way to be social with people that you enjoy and have like-minded interests in. I love racing because it's just a Sunday morning with 1,000 people who are just like me, and that's really fun. This video is a little bit different, like I said. I hope you enjoy it. I might do more. It's good to just stay connected and chat a little bit. So with that, hour easy run, I'm gonna finish it off. Stay out there, stay active if you want, if you can. Stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.